Good morning, YouTube. Okay, so I wanted to stretch my Philtrum. I was pierced with just a normal 18 gauge, I believe. And the reason it's a little bit red is because I have been trying to get this darn flat back Libre type stud off, and I can't get it off. So how can I stretch if I can't get my jewelry off? So I thought maybe it just pulled apart. That didn't work. And then I watched some YouTube videos, of course, thank you, YouTubers, on how to take this type of a flat back starter kind of librette bar off. And apparently, hello YouTube. Well, I finally got the jewelry out. Took me quite a while. But I guess I wasn't quite doing it. I was doing it correctly in the beginning, which was just simply pulling really hard. But wow. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting a little bit of grapeseed oil on a cotton ball, which is then going to be put on the taper and also on my lip. Now my lip is swollen because I tried so hard to get that jewelry out. So I don't know how this is going to go. And I can't see because I don't have a mirror here. Actually, I do have a mirror. That really did hurt. Yeah, my lip is really sore right now. Really sore. Okay, I'm gonna go for a while. Well, I chased the taper from the underside. I put it on the underside and then I attached my 14 gauge jewelry and it's almost through. Can't quite find the hole on the inside, so I think I'm going to go for a minute and just let this rest and cool down with some cool saline and then maybe a sea salt soak. But I'm not going to take this hoop out because it's my only 14 gauge jewelry and it's almost through. So I don't want to have a blowout or anything like that. I just need to let it rest for a minute and maybe go with the taper on the inside again and let it chase the rest of the way through because it's just a millimeter or less until it's through. I don't know if you can see. You can see me poking at the jewelry. It's just not finding the hole on the inside for some reason. And I need a better mirror because I can't see either. So you can kind of see it there. It wants to go through, but it's just not quite there. And I don't want to poke a new hole in my lip. So this is the first time I've ever done this. Stretching, and I guess maybe I was at a 16. But I mean, as hard as this is, I'm thinking maybe it was an 18. I just don't know. You know, when I'm looking at jewelry right next to the tapers, they really look like they possibly could be a 16. So, but I could have sworn my piercer told me that he did my Philtrum with an 18. Which is my fault because I didn't ask him to do it because I guess I wasn't really thinking about stretching it, but I love the look of the stretched Philtrum. There's a couple of girls that I watch online and unfortunately, I can't remember both of their names, but when I remember their names, I'll link them down below so you guys can see. Don't do what I'm doing. Not that I say this, but you know I don't believe in forcing anything. But when I did put the taper in from the opposite way, my jewelry wanted to go right in from the top down. It didn't want to go from the inside out. And the inside is still, but being a little persnickety, but the only reason I believe that is, guys, is because I could not get my original jewelry out. It's like one of those, where are they? This isn't the one, but I mean, it's like this. It's like a, oops, can't see it. They're so tiny. It's like a little stud with a gem on the end with the flat back. And, trying to make sure this isn't slipping. Yeah, so, apparently it's kind of the kind that my piercer pushes on. I could not get it apart, but I finally figured it out. So it was pulling apart, but I had used sterile rubber gloves to get it off. So I think this slipped out a little bit again. Not sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to chase it again. I'm going to go in from the underside with the taper, because I mean, it's right there. It's just, I'm not finding the hole, or it's not finding the hole, but I'm swollen from trying to get that other jewelry out and messing with it too much. So now my lip, you can see my lip is all swollen here, swollen on the inside. So the hole is kind of, I think, so swollen, it's kind of saying, hey, leave me alone for a while. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I put the taper back in from the bottom. I'm chasing the jewelry from the top and pushing the taper back out. And it does not feel like the jewelry wants to go through this part of my lip, because my lip is so swollen from messing with it. So if it doesn't go in the next little bit, I'm going to abandon this stretch, because I don't feel like forcing anything. But it's going from the top down just fine. It's just the inside of my lip, I think, got so swollen from trying to get that other jewelry out that it's just not liking what's happening right now. And guess what, guys? Cotton ball. Removing the taper. We are stretched to 14 gauge. And it's going to be weird because I've got a big hoop in here now. But like I said, that's the only 14 gauge jewelry that I had here, besides a small librette stud. Put a little more olive oil on here. It's just a there. Get that to move around a little bit. It's going to be uncomfortable to wear this hoop. But I have to put the other end on it. It's going to be uncomfortable, however, that's just going to be until my lip calms down, and then I can get the shorter librette stud, or I might have to get a longer bar. But yeah, we're stretched on my Philtrum to a 14 gauge. So I'll leave this for a month at least, and then we will stretch up again. Yep. We will go to a 12. And if we have to wait longer, we will. That's just the way it is. Okay. There you go. This is an awfully long video. I may edit it. Make it shorter for you. And remember, you're all amazing just as you are.